Oh yeah, sexy biscuits. Nice.
Longboard goes 1975. A using words on the rise. Reviewing games late at night and sometimes friends used to bug. Longboard goes 1975.
This is Rolling Thunder on the Amstrad CPC. It was released in 1987 by US Gold, also released on Spectrum, Commodore Amiga and Atari ST. There is an NES port, but that's nothing to do with US Gold. I played the Amiga version and it's pants. I've played the Spectrum version and it's tolerable. And I've played the Commodore 64 version and it's rubbish. I believe that the Amiga and the Atari ST are recoloured versions of the Spectrum, so it'll be very interesting to see what this is, because obviously the Spectrum and the Amstrad share similar architecture, and the Amstrad basically got the rough end of the stick on many ports on the ZX Spectrum. Originally released in the arcades in 1986 by Namco, and it runs on the Namco System 86 hardware. You play a spy, kind of set in the 60s. Well, I say set in the 60s. It is basically set in the 60s. And you're a member of Albatross, which is a world crime police organisation, Rolling Thunder, and you have to rescue your partner, Layla, or Leela, who's been kidnapped. So, time bottom right, to the left of time is life. Now, it's a run and gun shooter, and it has a two-tier system similar to that of Shinobi. There are 2 sequels, and it was quite a big hit back in the day. And I have to say, I do really like the aesthetic of it. You know, like, look at the guys, the bad guys there. It is super stylized 60s spy espionage action. It has a massive bezel at the top of the screen, which it has on all versions, which I believe is to keep the speed up, which basically doesn't work on any of the other versions. Don't know about this one, but I've got to give it a go because I have a soft spot for this game, and did own the budget version of it on the Spectrum back in the day, which was released by Kix. Anyway, let's get into it. Thank you. Story 1, Area 1. Right, I just remembered immediately that the music is on the smallest loop and quite irritating. Score top left, high score top right. Right, oh, there we go. See, stationary, it looks alright. As soon as you start moving, it's a vomit inside your head. Right, so up and fire. And you do that. Down and fire. And you don't. You can go to all the doors, which you can use to stay in there to shield you from the bad guys. Coming back out is a little bit of a pain in the ass. Why did they put, I mean, I know it's a video game, but if you're a spy boss, what is your hard on for doors? Right, down and fire, up and fire, up and fire? Yes, so it's not down and fire, like, you know, in Shinobi, it's up and fire. This is where we get our ammunition, although you don't run out of your regular, yeah you do, bottom left. Okay, okay, we got a little bit of jazz flute going on. It, like I said, graphically, when you're not moving, it looks fine. It is clearly a port of the Spectrum version, which, as I said, is tolerable. Did he just shoot shit through my head? No, he shot me in the leg. Ow, you shot me, you a-hole. See what I did there? Because, you know, this is set in the 60s. Alright, everyone's a critic. I mean, as I always say, if you loved this in the arcade back in the day, you probably would have just been absolutely, you know, on the money to get it. Your brain would fill in the gaps and stuff. Can I? What are you doing? You're copying me. Right, so I've got a different gun, because if you look to the right of my regular ammunition, machine gun. It says machine gun. It doesn't look like a machine gun, and nor did it look like a machine gun on the door. Right, the controls aren't terrible. To be fair, they weren't terrible on the Spectrum. Which bullets? The wrong bullets. But neither are they the greatest controls in the world. They're a tribute band. Oh, I didn't mean to jump. Then I'm playing this on my Super Console X, which that's the worst control pad in the world. Much like every other version I've played, right, you got to do it when there's a handrail. Safety first. Getting to jump back up, oh you fuck up top, is a tad difficult. Is my life not going down? Is this a hack wrong? Where's the bird this feather came from? What a waste of perfectly good machine gun action. Right, can I do this? No. But you can just fall or float to the bottom. The problem with the door mechanic, which is present in the arcade to beef that music, is they can come out in rather cheap ways and ruin your day. But then to be fair, they have to shoot you to injure you. Tyres, which you can only stand on if you're in between. But it makes lining out the shot with these bastards, because you can't fire in the air, a pain in the ass. Right, how do I... Right, so we'll do that. I can't... Right, I'm gonna have to jump in. Oh, there we go. Yeah, there are shit cheap moments, of which this is one. It's a shame, because like I said, graphically, it's alright. It's a very well colorized version of the Spectrum version. Thank you. Right, this is awkward. Maybe he can't see with that bag on his head. I think I'm invulnerable. I'm invulnerable. I never turned anything on, but I'll take it. Bosh. Because it is a pretty brutally hard game, otherwise. I should probably play the NES version at some point, just because I've played every other 8-bit version now. I'm assuming there's no MSX version or anything like that. Maybe they were spared. Congratulations, Area 1 cleared. That's the main bad guy. I forget his, I was going to say Zed, but that's Shinobi. You know, what terrorist organisation he works for, but all terrorist organisations from video games back in the day blur into one. What's the version where the doors don't have doors? If that makes sense. Okay. Now I don't have to worry about dying. Let's just blow the tits out of everyone and keep going. Might be our chance to finish it. I might get bored. Oh yeah, you got this weird jump. I mean, everyone tried arcade conversions. They clearly probably couldn't pull off back in the day. Some did it and achieved it better than others, but this would be one of those. Right, hang on. That's awkward. Can I just... Now I can just jump. I want to dance. But then they pulled Shinobi off reasonably well on the Spectrum, Amstrad and Commodore, so... Oh, this bit's annoying. Oh, I made it. I take that back. If only, right, small mercies to make it a more tolerable game. Fix the scrolling, right, and just give me the option to turn music off. Or just don't put it in the game if you're only going to put this loop in. God, their architect really needs to work on this shit, doesn't he? Look. Could really hurt yourself in this terrorist organisation. Health and safety first. I keep forgetting when I've got the machine gun. I thought I was going to have to walk under there. Did something just fall from the left then? Did you see that story on Area 3? Oh, and welcome to Browntown. I mean, even if it's this colour in the arcade, just don't. Like, just don't. Right, that's what I mean about using it strategically to dodge shit, but that bloke's chucking grenades. Then again, I am immortal. I'm a god. I never said I was the god, just a god. Points for the quote. Sculptures. Aren't there statues that shoot you, or is that the second game? Or possibly third game? I'm not sure. There is a second game in the arcade that runs on an updated board. And then, is that what's on the Mega Drive? Or was that Rolling Thunder 3? I should know, because I have played the Mega Drive version. I watched a video the other day that said it was exclusive to the Genesis. I'm pretty sure my brother had it on his Mega Drive back in the day, which was after my Mega Drive. But it was still on the Mega Drive. Oh! I'm out of bullets. Now you get one shot every now and then. I'll never save the world like that. Oh, that scrolling's really hurting the inside of my face. Get in there. See, that's where the bullets are. That's where the good times are. I got bullets again. How did I get that? I don't know what's going on. I'm not going to lie. All I know is that scrolling coupled with the brown background really is a bit pants. Still, like I said, you probably would have been happy with it back in the day because, I mean, you were a kid. Your expectations were short. If you liked the arcade game, this was good enough. It got alright reviews as far as I know. It certainly did on the Spectrum. Congratulations, Area 3 clear. How many levels are there? I don't know. But it says Story 1, Area 4, so I'm assuming that there's multiple areas to each story. Get in the door. Why are we still in Browntown? Also, this is a bit stupid because I can't shoot when I jump. I can't remember if you can shoot when you jump in the arcade. See, if I wasn't invulnerable, I'd be fucked. Ooh. Again, why am I worried? I'm invulnerable. Right, so that's just got a pistol, but it gives us machine gun bullets. That's why I was confused. I'm off to play the Atari ST, but to be fair, how different is it going to be from the Amiga version? Of which that's probably a port of the Atari ST version. Why? Alright, I can't get up there because it's got no handrail. Again, health and safety, but I can do that. First world problems. Get in there. Oh! You know when I said the controls are alright? No, they're not. They're shit. Oh, we're going to float down. Look. Oh, no, we're not. Here we are. Dive. And he's still alive. Oh, this is really hurting my eyes. I apologise about yours, but if it's any, you know, consolidation, I'm fucking going. It's hurting my eyes just as much. Oh, lava. Because it wouldn't be a 60s spy game without lava, would it? Or movie. I don't like this. This is where our inability to precisely jump fucks us up. I think we could have issues. Well, there you go. I can't play anymore because I can't do anything about it because whoever turned on the invulnerability didn't take into account that there's lava in this game. Anyway, Rolling Thunder on the Amstrad. It's probably better than the Spectrum version, but it's still a pretty pants game. Also, just a mention for my Super Console X, or some advice I should say, don't turn on invulnerability unless I tell you to turn on invulnerability. Anyways, it was a love to know thing, especially if you played this version of the game back in the day. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you later.